Radical.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire Cover Response for November 28th through December 4th, 2022. Short comments, quick replies. Chicago Infinity. Racism was stronger in 1957. So was anti-Semitism too. Lots of hate to go around. Laugh out loud. P.S. Rest in peace, Christine McVie, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, I didn't know that they passed away. Didn't also Stevie Nicks pass away earlier this year? Like I said, I don't keep up on that, but that's kind of sad on that. Yes, you compare 1957 racism to racism today, and there is no competition for the pure kind of open racism. There's still racism; it still exists today, but it's more like, understated. It's under the surface, whereas racism in 1957, people were just emboldened to be racist. So it's really great that we've come such a long way from 1957. You ask some people that are older that were around in the 50s, maybe even the 40s, and they'll tell you some stories. It just seems shocking to hear those same stories and would it be in the same lifespan of an individual? Yeah, just pretty shocking to really imagine how racist things were compared to what they are right now. Red Strauss 97. Despite what you see and hear from people, loyal women do indeed exist. It's just that you have to work to find them. Many are committed to the marriage working and will not let you go on a drop of a hat. I encourage a long-term relationship so that when you do get married, you will know she will be with you forever. Yeah, it's great advice. I see often so many people get married very, very, very young before people have actually realized who they are, and you see a lot of marriages fail. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I would wager a guess that most early marriages fail. You gotta let people kind of like have their room to breathe and live their life a little bit in most cases. Not saying that, the high school sweethearts getting together, that doesn't work. But, yeah, you have some great advice there also, saying that loyal women do exist. Now, to someone that has found a loyal woman, that would be a great topic for commentary. I mean, this might personally help me because at one point I might actually want to take the dive and get married. And there was a funny comedian that I forget who it was. Might have been Chappelle. Might have been Chris Rock. He's looking around at all these hoes and he's like, man, I got to pick a wife out of this fucking bunch. So yeah, the loyal women do exist. Sometimes it's just common sense. Don't marry the weekender, the one that's going to be ho, 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 ho. It's Christmas time. Just don't marry the ho, ho, ho that's always going to be at the clubs on the weekend, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a guru for love advice. I'm really not. That's not me. It's not my thing. But, you though, Restras, thanks for the advice from a married man to a loyal woman. Anthony Matterford, the dick move was using his copyright material to make money without either A, paying for its use, or B, asking for permission to use it first. Well, I said that one guy, I forget his name, my apologies. That one guy, it was kind of a dick move what he did versus the Top Hat Gaming Man and the Lady Decade by not, even just saying something or sending a letter or something, with a warning. If you don't do something with that, take that part out of the upload, I will give you a copyright strike. I still think that's kind of a dick move. I still do, but you got a point there that they should have asked him for permission to use that, and then he could agree with or deny. But here's the thing, Anthony Matterford, where do we draw the line on that? The last upload and this upload, I'll be using Tekken 3 music, maybe some Final Fantasy music, right? Do I need to write a letter to the owners of that copyright material and use that for my outros? What about images? Do I need to ask for permission to use an image from an NFL game? Instance, Mac Jones, it would really stifle creativity and grind everything to an absolute halt on YouTube if no one was able to actually use any copyrighted material. So that's a great conversation. So, am I being a huge dick by using, well, it's not a bad thing to have. Well, not to have, but anyways, distracted, I was going to go with a dick joke, but that didn't work out. Not enough time. Rapid fire. But yeah, it's a great conversation. It's like, could you make an argument? Pretty much everybody that's a creator on YouTube at some point has been a dick by not requesting permission for use of copyright material. Art Bell, Rick, an ad from Microsoft Store showed up today. The subject line was Black Adam is here at the store. Reminds me of one of the giant payola efforts by record companies to push Carly Simon. All kinds of cash was spent. The album would not sell. The Rock is not a movie star by himself. He needs others to do well. I might have a disagreement with you here. I think The Rock is a star. Now, he's a star in WWE, and if you extend that to the Fast and Furious movies, okay, people buy that. People get that. Alongside Vin Diesel. I mean, Vin Diesel, bigger star than The Rock? I'm not sure. The Rock is a certified star. He is a star, but I think it's conditional. If you take that person and you put him in a movie like Black Adam, not Superman, not The Rock as Superman, but pretty much an unknown entity for the most part in Black Adam. Like, I never really heard about Black Adam. I knew about Shazam, Flash, Superman, Batman. You know, you have The Rock as maybe a villain or Mr. Freeze in that one. I don't know. Just for some reason, just came up with Mr. Freeze. He'd be better Mr. Freeze, I think, than Schwarzenegger. But I think The Rock is a certified star. I disagree with you there. But when it comes to pushing a movie, I don't think he is a star actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be conditional and it has to be in a certain part. I mean, The Rock is a wrestler, is a wrestling star in a wrestling movie. Yeah, that would work. The Rock in a straight up action movie where he just, punches people and shoots people. Yeah, that could work. But in a superhero movie, I don't know. I'm not sure. WSFM Rex. We need a part 3. You got to watch his My Real Thoughts on Game Conventions video. He said these conventions should pay influencers like him since so many people come from watching his content. That motherfucker sounds like he has a big head. I don't know where the fuck that motherfucker's big head came from, but let me take him down a couple pegs. Okay. If you are AVGN, the angry video game nerd, I believe that's the kind of person that if they show up to a game convention, that's the kind of person they should consider maybe paying to show up to that game convention possibly. That person. Because really, I mean, that person, they're already stressed for time. They don't have a whole lot of time. But that's a legitimate, legend when it comes to YouTube. Like him or dislike James Rolfe, he is a legend when it comes to YouTube. He is the innovator when it comes to all these video game uploads. He is that guy. When it comes to Phoenix Resale, most people might ask, who the fuck is Phoenix Resale? What is he an innovator of? Who is this guy? So if you all got to ask, who is that guy? Then probably that person doesn't command a paycheck for just showing up at a game convention. So I think he needs to just kind of like realize that he, for the most part, isn't shit when it comes to relevance on YouTube. And relevance is important to so many people. They define themselves by relevance. I also think that it doesn't matter on YouTube how relevant you are if you enjoy yourself and you're uploading quality to YouTube, whatever that is. But when it comes to getting paid for something, then yeah, you need relevance and notoriety. And Phoenix Resale just doesn't have either of those things compared to, again, someone like AVGN, for instance.